Move we've ever made for Revival today. Behind me is a building that will look nothing like it looks right now when we finish. We're on just under 5 acres of property that we've just finished purchasing, which is going to give us the ability to have a state-of-the-art studio. And in that studio, something I've wanted to have for a long time, which is a live studio audience. It's going to be a 500-seat building when we finish with it that'll give us the ability to touch the world with our broadcasts. This facility is going to give me the ability to do what I've really missed, which is having you in the audience to minister to personally. Obviously, you can't beat the reach of digital media. We touch the whole world every day, but we have the ability now with this to lay hands on people, pray for people that are sick, a place where you can bring people that are drug addicted, demonized, and really give them the ministry that you can't get on YouTube and Facebook. I can't wait. And then beyond that, we're going to announce the launch of Revival Today Church. We're going to hold Holy Ghost church services every Sunday morning. I'll be there most Sunday mornings. This isn't going to be like some little side project. We're going to give you and your family a place you can go that's a soul-winning church that values the presence of God, where you can get prayed for and ministered to, where there's not a critical race theory lecture or a mass and social distancing 10 minutes of no talking to anybody in the lobby. None of that. We're going to have a place where you're free and where you're free to experience the presence of God.
I'm incredibly excited because I know a lot of you have been asking about different meetings and events that we couldn't have during COVID, and trust me, we tried so hard. So this really frees us up to do everything that we want to do with healing meetings and women's conferences. So I am so looking forward to seeing you and having you be a part of this.
So I want to give you a twofold call to action. Number one, if your church turned in to a liberal nightmare in 2020 and you need a place to go, I would be happy to have you at our church. Number two, if you are a partner or a friend of our ministry, Revival Today, this is the biggest move by far we've ever made. By the time we finish remodeling that building, the acquiring of the property, you're looking at a couple of M's. So if you would stand with us now, I'll say thank you ahead of time. Pray and ask the Holy Ghost what He would have you to do. You've been so generous, and I thank you ahead of time for your extreme generosity. I know I speak on behalf of my wife, everybody here at Revival Today, when I say we love you very much. And now I can say I look forward to seeing you face to face here at the new home of Revival Today.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Check the Market. Scott, Mike, thanks for tuning in. Sandra, Christophorus. How's everybody doing? Diamond Hands. XLM. Moving today. Let's take a look. XLM, nice. Look at that. about the only crypto that's up right now. I think the market is mainly down at this point. Bitcoin down 4%, Ethereum down 1.35%. Let's see what's up. XRP's down. XLM up 9.5%. Not bad. What are the markets doing today? And they're up. Look at that. They were down yesterday. And today they're up oh, the Nasdaq's up. Up nicely, 103 points. The S&P's up about 0.25%, and the Dow Jones is basically flat. Q3 earnings kickoff and Apple cutting iPhone production. We'll get into all of that today. Good morning, Letitia, Sandra, Jeff. GWH. That's the one that Bill Gates invested in, power company. Good morning, Numanized. Welcome to Check the Market. Let's get into it, see what's going on. You have the first article? Nancy Pelosi portfolio tracker, one of my favorite Twitter guys to follow. Jerome Powell has a net worth upwards of $55 million. Jerome Powell is the Fed chairman. I thought this was funny. This Nancy Pelosi portfolio tracker is a Twitter account that is trolling everybody basically that's in government that's making, tons of money. BlackRock is managing the purchases of the Fed's bond buying program that keeps interest rates low, drives inflation, and enriches the 1%. This is a major conflict of interest. Continue. Cynthia Loomis, senator from Wyoming, rolled the tape. A $600 threshold is not usually where you'd find the massive amount of money you'd think Americans are cheating you out of. Secretary Yellen, that's correct, but it's important to have comprehensive information. Do you have the video or no? Let's see the video.
You want banks to report transactions of $600 or more. That's what the IRS wants. Does this mean that the government is trying to peek into our pocketbooks if you want to look at $600 transactions?
Absolutely not. I think this proposal has been seriously mischaracterized. The proposal involves no reporting of individual transactions of any individual. Look, the big picture is that we have a tax gap that over the next decade is estimated at $7 trillion, namely a shortfall in the amount that IRS is collecting due to a failure of individuals to
Hey, you little pug-nosed hussy, let me tell you something.
But that's among
pause it real
billionaires. Is
quick?
that among people who are transferring $600?
No.
So, let's just put this in like the household perspective. If I go home and I tell my wife, Bethany, over the next 10 years, we're going to have a $7 trillion shortage in our household. What should we do? Try to take the money from other people? Or should we just cut down on our expenses? I think that would be the first place to look instead of trying to, go through people's bank accounts to make sure they're paying taxes on the $50 gift card that their grandma gave them for their birthday. What they should do is they should just cut government spending. I think that's where I would start. That's what every household in America does when they have a shortfall. They cut their household spending. So that's what the government needs to do. Continue.
It tends to be among high-income individuals whose income is opaque and the IRS doesn't receive information about it. If you earn a paycheck, you get a W-2, the IRS knows about it. But high-income individuals with opaque sources of income that are not reported to the IRS, there's a lot of tax fraud and cheating that's going on, and all that's involved in this proposal is a few aggregate numbers about bank accounts, the amount that was received in the course of a year, the amount that went out in the course of the year. If somebody reports an income of $10,000 and they had $3 million go out of their checking account, that tells the IRS that's an individual you might audit.
I mean, the White House says that American billionaires pay an average income tax rate of 8.2%.
Yes, it's extremely low.
That's lower than teachers, than cops, than a lot of people.
It's unfair.
Yeah, because they don't make salary.
And it's something that we need to remedy.
They don't make a salary, so that's why. I know that this, to some people this is not a big deal or whatever. But it needs to be a big deal, because if you want to be in that class where where you're a millionaire or a billionaire, that's what you're working towards in your life to becoming, then this is a big deal. And this has nothing to do with the billionaires. This has everything to do with, like, for example, a contractor comes over to your house and he says, "I'll do this for $10,000 and but I'll do it for $8,000 cash," or whatever. All those people, they're going to get taxed. That's what this is about. This is about making money this is not just about the billionaires. This is about everybody. Otherwise, they would have set the threshold way higher. Yeah, when the IRS says it's not a big deal, don't worry about it. And that's not where it's going to stop. I guarantee you. Her hair does look like a helmet. So Janet Yellen, I know she's trying to be, very nice there and everything, but this definitely shouldn't pass because it's an invasion of privacy. I don't want the IRS snooping through everything. So what if, for example, think about if you're a salesman and you take clients out on dinners all the time and you travel all the time, and you put that all on your personal card, you get reimbursed. Your company has a reimbursement policy instead of a company card policy or whatever. Now you're going to be subject. You're going to be a suspect when it comes to the IRS because you have more higher inflows into your account than you do income, much higher, because you're getting all of these reimbursements. So now the IRS is going to audit you. And then they're going to see that, your grandma, whoever gave you $1,000 for your birthday, and they're going to want taxes on that because it's over $600. That's definitely not where it's going to stop. But next one. Will NFTs become the new method to store culture for the 21st century? Animoca brand CEO urges investors to look beyond non-fungible tokens as an asset to how they can redefine the arts. Let's see it. Yat CEO, co-founder and chairman of non-fungible token game developer Animoca Brands, believes NFTs offer a new way for culture to be stored in the virtual sphere. In an interview with Cointelegraph, CEO argued that while the technology underpinning NFTs may be new, the desire to store culture has long been with us throughout human history. We describe NFTs as stores of culture because they embody a moment in history. What is art? Art stores culture. CEO is a Hong Kong-based tech entrepreneur who previously worked at Atari and also founded the Outblaze gaming company. Animoca Brands was founded in 2014 and has released notable NFT projects, including Sandbox, F1 Delta Time, MotoGP Ignition, and it invested in Dapper Labs, OpenSea, and Axie Infinity. OpenSea is the world's largest NFT marketplace. So I thought it was interesting. Most paintings in the world aren't worth a ton, but like owning culture, the vast majority of people who buy art today or photography don't intend to sell it right away. That's how we engage with culture. Start with buying your first NFT, not with the intention to make money, but for you, but simply with a desire to learn from it. So he's saying, look at NFTs more like art, more of a store of culture. Like you see all the paintings from the Renaissance and things like that. That's how their culture was preserved throughout history. And you can go to museums and look at that now. And he's saying that this NFTs might be the preserver of culture for this new generation. Next. So here's the official press release from Bhutan about their CBDC project with Ripple. So Ripple released a press release about 2 weeks ago, and now the Royal Monetary Authority of Bhutan confirmed it. The Royal Monetary Authority of Bhutan, in collaboration with Ripple Labs, the leading provider of enterprise blockchain and crypto solutions for cross-border payments, is piloting a project on central bank digital currency in Bhutan. So that's good news for Ripple, good news for XRP. Continue. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin flat, and analysts sees buying opportunities ahead. Let's see it. Major coins were trading flat on Tuesday night as the global cryptocurrency market capitalization rose 0.71% to 2.32 trillion over 24 hours. So Bitcoin was up to 56, Doge inched up 0.18%. Continue. Bitcoin has dipped below the 57,000 level as per cryptocurrency Michael von der Popp. As long as Bitcoin stays above 50K, that's fine. Continue. On Tuesday, a Bitcoin whale moved 349 million worth of the cryptocurrency off the Bitfinex exchange, a step that is associated with long-term holding. Meanwhile, increased activity on the Bitcoin blockchain indicates fresh buying demand in the current quarter, as per Glassnode on an on-chain analytics firm. Continue. Glassnode noted that an increase in network activity in the first week of October. Active entities, the count of individual participants on-chain each day, has grown 19% this week, reaching around 291,000 active entities per day. The value is on par with counts from late 2020 at the beginning of the last bull run. An increase in active participants has historically correlated with growing interest in the asset during early-stage bull markets. Cryptocurrency data expert material scientist said resistance at 60,000 resulted in asks outweighing bids, with 20% of the price for the first time since August, which may give rise to a buying opportunity. It would provide a nice dip buying opportunity on the path to an all-time high. So we might look at a new all-time high here very soon in Bitcoin. Next article. Why rising costs may not weigh on industrials, how investors can hedge inflation. Let's just go to the next one. We'll skip over this one. Dutch Brothers looking better and better. Exceptional unit level economics. Analysts initiate coverage of Dutch Bros following quiet period. Let's see it. Dutch Bros shares gained 15.7% on Monday, continuing the stock's strong run following its September IPO. Dutch Bros is off to a hot start to life on the public market and has now more than doubled its $23 IPO price. In the second quarter of 21, Dutch Bros reported $114 million in revenue, up 51% from a year ago. The company also turned a profit, a rarity for high-growth IPOs. In the second quarter, Dutch Bros reported $2.92 million in net income, up 10.6% year over year. As of June, the coffee company had 264 franchise locations and 2017 company-owned locations in 11 different states. Impressively, same-store sales were up 2% in 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic. Continue. Several of Dutch Bros' IPO underwriters finally weighed on the stock on Monday following a mandatory quiet period. Continue. Is that it? All right, next. Oh, that's part of it? Bros versus Starbucks. I haven't seen this video. Do you have the video? Yeah? Yeah, let's hear it.
What I did was I did some research for us because I personally had been trying to go long on Bros. I missed it on the IPO open. I've been looking for it to settle down a little bit, saw it settle down, took my shot yesterday, just took the starter position, looking for a little bit of a dip today to add to the average, but we'll see what happens at the open here. But what I really wanted to do was research on Bros, Dutch Brothers versus Starbucks, right? And so I said, you know what? Let's go on over to the Dutch Bros. Let's go find out exactly what the hype is all about.
All right, so a lot of people have been asking me what's all the hype about with the Dutch Bros coffee. This is what it's all about, guys. Look, I'm gonna show you guys here. This is Starbucks, right? Do you see anybody in that? Look, one car going into the parking lot. We're about to show you right across the street. You see those cars waiting over there?
Oh, wow.
That's what they're waiting for. They're waiting for Dutch Bros. Look at the empty Starbucks right next to it. Let's go ahead and let's go get a coffee.
All right, that was step one, and then we went to step two, which really, this is going to be the one that I think really got me over the level and should get you to at least think about this as an investment.
Welcome to the Dutch Bros. Look at this double lines.
Two lines, not one.
This is Dutch
Two
Bros.
lines, guys.
And this was at, what time was this at?
This was at 12 in the afternoon. This is noontime. This is not 9 in the morning. This is not 7 in the morning when people are getting their coffee. This is in the middle of the day when most people are grabbing.
That's crazy. So Dutch Brothers is like the Chick-fil-A of coffee is what I'm seeing here. Ram just said when he was in Utah, he waited 20 to 30 minutes to get coffee there. I definitely think it's a good company. They open more locations. They go nationwide. I think it's a good opportunity for sure. BROS, Dutch Bros. I should have got in, but I didn't. I might just have to bite the bullet. Next. U.S. consumer prices increased solidly in September. This is from Reuters. Do we have the other one on CPI? The one from CNBC? We'll do that one instead. Dow Jones down 124 points. This would be the fifth day that the Dow Jones is down. If it closes down, I believe. No, not that one. Yes. Consumer prices rise more than expected as energy costs surge. So CPI came out this morning. Let's see the article. Consumer prices increased slightly more than expected in September as food and energy price increases offset declines in used cars. The consumer price index for all items rose 0.4% for the month compared to the 0.3 Dow Jones estimate. On a year-over-year basis, prices increased 5.4% versus the estimate for 5.3, and the highest since January 1991. However, excluding volatile food and energy prices, the CPI increased at 0.2% on the month and 4% year-over-year.
Hey guys, we have exciting news for you. We've completely revamped the
All right, well, CPI is up. People are not happy about it. But there's still opportunity. Next article. Plug Power. We talked about this one a couple days ago. The hydrogen fuel cell maker jumped 7.1% in the pre-market after announcing a partnership with Airbus to decarbonize air travel and airport operations with plans to select the U.S. airport as the first hydrogen hub pilot airport. Plug has been back on my watch list. Should have bought it. I didn't. Wasn't thinking. It's my fault. But Plug Power. Now they're announcing a partnership with Airbus, and it'll be interesting to see what they do with this U.S. airport to decarbonize the airport operations. We'll see what they do there. Next. SeatGeek is going to go public through a combination with Red Ball Acquisition Corp., combined company to have an applied value of $1.35 billion. So SeatGeek is going public. We need an ad blocker. What do you think about Coinbase as an investment? I got an email. I think Coinbase is a good investment. I'm in Coinbase. I got in, at a too high of a point, but I'm staying in it long term. So I think Coinbase is a good investment. I know that they've had some problems as a company, but I think they definitely are the number one crypto exchange in the US. Next. SeatGeek's going public. Red Ball Acquisition Corp. Do they have the ticker in the article? They don't. So Red Ball Acquisition Corp. And SeatGeek, if you're interested, they're going public through a SPAC. Next. White House plan aims to help key West Coast ports stay open 24/7 to ease supply chain bottlenecks. So the White House is going to announce a plan today to keep the ports open, which is good news for all the ships that are off the coast there, waiting to be unloaded. Let's see it. Supply chain bottlenecks around the world threaten to hobble the U.S. holiday shopping season. President Joe Biden, will unveil a plan Wednesday to try to ease West Coast delays at the ports of Long Beach, California, Los Angeles by expanding round-the-clock operations. Central to this plan are commitments by some of the nation's leading retailers and shippers to ramp up overnight and off-hours operations at Long Beach and Los Angeles. So that is good news. If they can actually make it happen, they're going to have to discuss that with the unions and come up with a plan. But that'll definitely ease some of the delays, so people don't have to wait for 6 months to get their couches from China. Next. Prominent Silicon Valley VC firm Andreessen Horowitz embarks on major crypto policy push in Washington. So Andreessen Horowitz is sending their executives to Washington to discuss cryptocurrency. Let's see the article. Venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz. The firm, commonly known as 16Z, is a major investor in crypto and other technologies that rely on decentralized models and make up for what it calls Web3. Anthony Albanese, Chief Operating Officer, and Katie Hahn, General Partner and a former federal prosecutor, will be among the executives traveling to meet with government stakeholders this week, the firm exclusively told CNBC. So we'll see what comes of that. Next. That is true. Mike said there's not been one White House plan that has worked in 9 months, so don't hold your breath. That is true. They do have to negotiate with the unions out there to see if they can keep those ports open. So I'll be interested to see what comes of that. The union did say that some of their members are interested in working overtime, so we'll see what happens. This Apple analyst, so iPhone production has been cut, but this Apple analyst sees it as nothing but a speed bump in a multi-year super cycle. Let's see it. Wedbush analyst Daniel Ives said the iPhone story is unchanged despite chip shortage leading the expectations of a holiday iPhone crunch. Ives has an outperform rating on Tim Cook-led company with 12-month price target of $185. The Wedbush analyst pointed to the robust demand globally for iPhones, with China and the United States being standouts. Apple will be running into a 5 million plus unit shortage for the holiday season if consumer demand keeps at this pace, with smartphones now shipping in the fiscal year fiscal one quarter, December quarter with low inventory levels globally. Continue. Good morning, gorgeous Wales. Taking a step back, 5 to 10 million units moving out of the December quarter into the March quarter due to well-understood supply chain issues is not a worry for us. So they think that it's going to be just a short-term speed bump. Let's go over these stocks to research for today. Do you have that picture with all the earnings that I sent? Since Q3 earnings came out today? That one, yep. So this morning we had JP Morgan with an earnings beat. Delta Airlines had an earnings beat. BlackRock. So those are a couple right there. I think Schwab has either today or tomorrow. Charles Schwab has earnings. So the banks are kicking off the earnings season strong there. BlackRock is the low-risk one for today. BLK, BlackRock. It's one of the leading investment management companies in the world. Company just had better than expected Q3 earnings, so that was something that I was looking out for, and are down from their high of $9.59 per share to $8.49 per share. So I'm looking to buy into this stock. Might be pulling the trigger within the next few days once the dust settles from Q3 earnings. BLK for low risk for today. BlackRock. Medium risk, URA, Global X Uranium ETF. This is one that I got into a couple of days ago. URA, they have a big allocation towards Kazatomprom, which is the Kazakhstan uranium manufacturing company. So the investment seeks to provide investment results that correspond to the price and yield performance of the Solactive Global Uranium and Nuclear Components Total Return Index. This is not a very loved ETF, especially by analysts, but it's comprised of the world's largest uranium producers. There's going to be a much higher demand for uranium in the future with global sustainable development goals that have been set. There's no way to meet them with just wind and solar and other renewable energies. France and Japan have actually been in talks about starting up closed nuclear reactors to make up for shortfalls in power generation. I think that this is a good long-term 5-year plus play that could pay off huge. Research it for yourself and see if it makes sense for you to invest in this ETF, URA. I'm already invested and will be for the long term. I think that uranium has been very high risk and very volatile for a long time. But I think that over the next couple of years, uranium will become a less fluctuating commodity like it is now, because there's going to be more of a demand for it with demand for electricity generation going up. And that generation can't be met by just solar and wind. That's for sure. Then I also looked at ATH.TO, which is the ticker symbol on the TSX. Somebody asked me to take a look at this company. It's ATHOF on the pink sheets here in the US. So in the US, it's trading under the ticker symbol ATHOF, and in Canada, ATH.TO on the Toronto Stock Exchange. It's Athabasca Oil Corporation, a Canada-based energy company, which is focused on the exploration and development and production of light oil and liquids-rich natural gas from regions in northwestern Alberta, Canada, and from oil sands in the Athabasca region of northeastern Alberta. This company is trading right around book value. It has great revenue compared to its market cap. It has had revenue growth over the last couple of years, with the exception of last year due to the shutdowns in Canada. It also has a good amount of debt, but it's in line with the oil and gas industry in Canada. Overall, it looks pretty good. It has momentum to the upside. People are happy with it. The company is definitely worth more than what it's trading for, and I think it's undervalued for sure. It has a good amount of cash. I think it might be a good investment if that's one that you're looking at. ATH.TO on the TSX or ATHOF. Good morning, David. Pennsylvania area numismatic. Show Monroeville. That'll be interesting. Don't heard Fed Chair Powell has 11.6 million in BlackRock. I don't know how much longer he's going to have those shares in BlackRock. That's for sure. Cat's out of the bag now. So those are the couple of stocks that I had for you today. Low risk, BlackRock. Medium risk, URA. Medium to high risk. And then ATH.TO, somebody asked me to research. ATHOF, yes. Letitia, you'd have to get it on a app like Schwab or TD Ameritrade, because it won't be trading on Robinhood or any of the other small ones, because it's over the counter. Awesome. If you'd like to invest in Revival today, we have a giveaway today that I will send to you as a thank you for partnering with us. It is our Check the Market shirt. Can you show that? That one. Nope, that one. Check the Market shirt. For those of you who haven't got it, make sure you get your Check the Market shirt. We also have a giveaway going on right now. Let's show it. A giveaway, $50 in Doge that I will transfer to you. CTM, t-shirt, and mug. If you like the post on Instagram at Let's Check the Market, share it to your story, tag 3 friends, and follow. We'll announce the winner live on our program at 9:30 on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
The last 2 tickers, it was ATH.TO if you can trade on the Toronto Stock Exchange, and ATHOF on the pink sheets, then URA for the medium risk, and BLK, BlackRock, for low risk. So to donate and partner with us, you go to revivaltoday.com and click Give Now. You can also do hashtag donate on Facebook, text RT to 50155. Cash App, $RTGive, Venmo at RTGive. We've got PayPal as well. You can also give by cryptocurrencies. Scan a QR code, or you can contact our offices. You got the QR code? There we go. 412-446-2332. Let's leave that up there for a second in case anybody wants to send some cryptocurrencies. They can scan that code with your camera. It should pull up a link for you. You can also send us a check, Revival Today, P.O. Box 7, Prosperity, Pennsylvania, 15329. And then don't forget to claim your offer, our Check the Market shirt, which we'll send to you as a thank you for partnering with us and everything that we do here at Revival Today. Make sure you tune in at 11 a.m. for our broadcast with Evangelist Jonathan. Revival Today live. Then at 4 p.m., live with Maddie. Check the news tonight at 10 p.m. Morning prayer tomorrow morning. And then I'll be back with you tomorrow before the market opens, 9:20 a.m. Corey, I'll look into what's going on with Jasper. JSPR. Michael Mura's going to get coffee in the new mug from you all. I'm glad you like it. I like that mug with the big handle. Awesome. Well, it's been fun hanging out with everybody. We got earnings season kickoff. We'll see what the market's going to do today. Dow Jones was down last we checked. The only thing that was up was the NASDAQ. And it's only up 11 points. Ooh. Might have another down day today, but that just means we get more buying opportunities. I will see you all tomorrow at 9:20 a.m. Have a great day. Go out there and make some money.